Steelers Nation, it's time to go all in. G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Hopefully, that didn't creep you guys out too much. Kind of weird, kind of silly, but that's just what it is around these parts in Steeler Nation. So let's get into it. I've titled today's episode All In. And what I mean by that is, I mean by that on many fronts. I mean by that for Steelers Nation Australia, me personally, it's time for me to go all in and give it my all. It's time for the fans to go all in, I think, with this team. And it's also time for the Steelers, I believe, also to go all in. Like that comes from like a poker term. So when you're playing poker, it comes from a sporting perspective when you have to give it your all, no matter who you're facing. And I reckon this time right now, Steelers being 5-3, they have 9 games to go. Nine games to go or 10 games to go. 9 games to go. So last year, this time, the Steelers went on a run for 7-2, and we just missed the playoffs because we left the fate in the hands of Joe Flacco and the Jets. Right? This year, the Steelers kind of control their own destiny. If they keep winning games, they should at least make a wild card spot. They keep winning all their games. They win the next 9 games. They win the division. They're 2-0 over the division. They've beaten the Browns. They've beaten the Ravens. We have the Ravens number. Let's put it that way. And right now we have the Browns number 2. We have versing the Packers. Then we're versing the Browns after. And then another Ohio team with the Bengals. So it's time for the Steelers to go all in. We kind of know at this point now with our Steelers that they're not going to fire Canada. So I'm glad those, chants have kind of slowed down a little bit. They're not going to fire Mike Tomlin. So no matter how many times you write it, if it's in caps lock or if you write it in Spanish or Japanese, it doesn't matter. They're not going to fire Tomlin. It's not going to happen. He's got a contract to at least next year, and hopefully they sign him for an extension. And then in the future years, I'll be going to the Hall of Fame and I'll be saying, "What's up, Mike Tomlin? Thank you for your service. Thank you for, what you did for this organization." But that's a different story. You've heard me talk about that a few times. So the Steelers need to go all in. They've got to go all in this game. They'll be missing, I think, Minka. I think Cam might be out, but hopefully Cam can push through his groin injury. I think he plays. But we're going to be missing Minka. They're missing Cole Holcomb, and you'll see Quan Alexander and hopefully Elena Roberts step up and Mark Robinson step up as well, placing some meaningful snaps there. JPJ will be on the outside playing cornerback. I want to see Peterson have a good go. I want to see Levi Wallace have a good go. And of course, the outside linebackers, TJ and Highsmith, continue their all-pro careers and future Hall of Fame career for TJ Watt as well. So this team can start to go all in. They can. They definitely can go all in. I feel that from my perspective, by being a fan and also being like a content creator here, I try and give you guys the best content that I can deliver. I don't want to be anyone else. I don't want to be a journalist. I don't want to be, Joe Smith from Steelers something who lives in, I don't know, LA. Sorry, Joe Smith from LA. I don't want to be that bloke who does that content. I want to be Mark here from Steelers Nation Australia. And when I say all in, I want to go all in. I want to go as hard in the paint as I can. That's a basketball reference. I want to do the best content I can, the best videos, the most passion I can show about my team and your team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So that's for me. My personal goal is to go as hard as I can and build the brand as big as it can be. Right now, I'm doing it part-time, juggling, being a pickleball coach and driving Uber Eats, which is crazy to me, but it's working out in some funny way, and I'm putting the time and effort into to achieve my goals that I want to try and be part-time, possibly full-time in the future. If that's like 3 or 5 years away, fantastic. But I'm not stopping. So I want to go all in from that perspective. Give you guys the best content I can give, that Mark here from Australia can give to you. The best content. And I won't stop doing that. I've always said that I will always, it doesn't matter if I'm talking to one person or 1 million. I've always said that. Always said that. And I mean that too, by the way. So from that perspective, I'm going all in. From the team, I want to see them go hard in the paint and just work as hard as they can on the D line or with Kenny Pickett, stepping up to a new gear, finding Pickens and getting through this drama that wasn't really there. Continuing DJ to get more than one touchdown in a year and get 2, 3. Find Haywood, work in Najee, and of course getting Broderick Jones more snaps at right tackle. We have Dan Moore on the left too, right? But also at the same time, I want to see it from a fan perspective that fans should start to go all in because now's the time. We've only got 9 games left. 9 games. We're halfway through the season. We're 5-3. We played 8 games. It's no more time to whinge and complain about, what they should do, shouldn't do, what they didn't do, who they didn't draft, who they should draft next year, all that kind of stuff. There's no time for that. The time right now is to get behind your team and cheer and support the Steelers beating the Packers to move to 6-3, right? If that's twirling your terrible towel extra, a lot better than JJ Watt did. Shout out to JJ Watt. He tried his best, but he looked a bit tired near the end, right? If that's wearing your favorite Steeler jersey, if that's talking to someone on the street about your Steelers when you bump into someone at the local pub or shopping center and they're wearing a Steelers jersey and you're wearing one too, ask them, why are they a fan? Why do you love the Steelers? How do you think we're going? Boost up the fandom. Keep talking about our team. Talk some positive things about our team and things will get better. I know it doesn't seem that way, but when we're all, on the same, I guess, like vibe or same, connection of talking about a team and wishing them well, yeah, it helps. It definitely helps. It's going to give Najee in stadium that extra boost to run harder. It's going to give Warren the extra boost to run over someone. Not that he needs it. It's going to give Kenny Pickett the confidence that he can do well and throw. It's going to give Matt Canada the confidence that he can actually coach a game. And I know that's hard to say, but it would. If we have cheers in the stadium, cheers online and social media, and everyone's being positive and finding some good results out of our team being 5-3, the Steelers see that online. They definitely do. I know they do. If George Pickens out there on Instagram, he definitely checks other sites or podcasts or Steelers news and sees the negativity. So why not fill that in with positivity about our team? We're 5-3. So from a fan perspective, Steelers Nation out there needs to go all in. I'm dead set about that. From the team, myself personally, on this channel and Steelers Nation Australia, I'm going all in. And the fan perspective also needs to go all in. And I mean, I'm like, hands down, let's get ready to go to the playoffs. Let's cheer our guys on to go 6-3. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals, I think, after, right? I'm pretty sure they're coming up after the Ohio teams. Don't know. Let me have a check. I'm on a bit of a rant, but it's something like that, right? We have Green Bay. That's right. Green Bay, 2 Ohio teams, then Cardinals. So just to summarize the video and to end my rant, and it's a good rant. It's a positive rant, is I want to do better. I want to do better. I'm sitting on 1,800 subs. I want to hit 1,900, right? Then I want to get 2,000, right? Then I want to meet more Steelers fans so I can grow this brand, business, community, Steelers Nation Australia, as big as it can be. So in the future, I can go to the games and host watch parties and say, what's up? Let's have a beer. That's what I want to do. Grow as big as I can so I can have the opportunity to go overseas and host in-person watch parties saying, what's up? Let's crack a beer. Secondly, the team. The team's got to be all in. Right now, it is a run to the playoffs. 5-3, you beat the Packers, you get ready for a run in the playoffs. And thirdly, and maybe most importantly, the fan base has to go all in supporting their team because the Steelers definitely hear it when they're cycling on their phone, on Instagram or on YouTube, or when they're in their spare time and they're checking through highlights or whatever they're doing. They're reading the comments. I would, if I was a player and I saw my name come up about Pickens this, Pickens that, or Kenny Pickett can't throw this. If I was a Steelers player, I'd read it. I'd say that I wouldn't read it, but I'd read it. Definitely. So 3 things. All in for me, all in for the fans, and all in for the Pittsburgh Steelers.